Hello, it's Scott Manley here, and I'm taking a long overdue second look at Space Engineers. Okay, it's the second public look. I've on and off looked at this for the last year or so, I guess, and every time I found myself being kind of overloaded by the amount of things going on and the fact that it really is a giant sandbox, I've still wanted kind of a scenario, a campaign or something to be built in it, but a lot of people have really gone to work on this game and done amazing things. When it first appeared, there were a number of people who had been fans of Miner Wars and warned me that I should not be so quick to trust Keen Software after they had not done a great job in Miner Wars, but they have continued to develop Space Engineers. In fact, looking at the update dates, we've had updates pretty much every week or more. A whole lot of different feature types just being rolled in bit by bit. And if you look at the workshop, you can see that there's a lot of people have been generating content for it. Look, we have 1,100 pages of stuff. Oh, and that's just worlds. Hold on. If I add in mods, wait a second, type mod, there we go, 30 pages of mods, 29 pages, but curved windows, skybox changes, gestures, cursor item X, I have no idea what that is, but the game has been somewhat daunting to me simply because there's so much in the way of content that people have produced, and I don't think I can honestly keep up with all this stuff. Every time I play the game, I kind of like mine some asteroids, stay alive for a little while, and then say, what's the point? I can stay alive or I can not die by not playing. But by not playing, of course, I don't get to see these great spaceships that people are really building in the game. And frankly, I don't think I have the time to do all of this. Let's actually try loading up one of these. Hold on, it's Shift and Tab, isn't it? So there are a few here. We have the EVE Online Slasher. Let's copy and load that and get that into the game. Okay, so here we are, having loaded that level, having figured out the problems. Oh look, we've got some stuff here. We have a nuclear reactor. What can I do with that? Let's push that button. Nothing. That's the I for inventory. Oh look there, that's where we can put the stuff. We press I and we put stuff in there. We have the assembler and we have the refinery here, so if we want to go out and mine asteroids we can. What's this here? This is, oh, that's the medical room, that's where I respawn. Anyway, activate my jetpack and fly up, and there is a nicely formed slasher from EVE Online, although to be fair, it's a lot smaller than the slasher in EVE Online. A lot of people don't appreciate just how big the spacecraft in EVE Online are. The slasher, I believe, is about the size of a passenger jet, and I'm not talking about a small one. We're talking a significant fraction of the size of a 747. And there we are, jumping on board. Ah, there. Oh, we can actually fly this thing. Oh, and I've got missiles, lasers, and we've got some strange sounds there. Let's try shooting holes in the platform. Stay! This is going to take a time. Oh, there we go. Yeah, look at that. Minmatar weaponry doing what it does best. Have we... Yeah, so we've actually managed to cut a hole there in that thing. And of course, this collision physics still works perfectly well, so I can fly into things and have things smash and get out again. There we go. What does it look like? We've kind of smashed through things. That's the kind of effect that I want to see. Yeah, Space Engineers still has that great collision physics. Anyway, they have added a survival mode, which is kind of the main gameplay, and the idea is don't die. So look here, I come across and there is some sort of ore in this. Really what you want to do is acquire energy for your spacesuit to stay alive. So I'm going to bring out my hand drill and stick it here. And there's probably a faster way to do this, but to put automatic rifle, the welder. Yeah, let's just stick everything here. Woohoo! And what do I want? I want my drill. So let's start drilling in here. Yeah! What is that? Didn't tell me what that was because I might have hit tab. That's my problem. Hitting tab hides the UI. Ah! Oh, it's iron ore. So I guess I can refine that into iron ingots. Let's just keep going. Ah! And I can turn on the light. Pick these things up. Look at that. Getting tons of this stuff. I'm not sure how iron will help me survive, but I will take some of it nevertheless. Let's see if there's any other stuff floating around that I might want. Oh, there's some platinum there. I guess getting in really close lets me see this. Ooh, what's that? I see it floating away, quick! No, whatever that is. Come on, come on, come on. What is this thing doing? It's like floating. Oh man, I guess they're just falling off into deep space. Oh, so much for that. Is that downwards? That is indeed downwards. So because of gravity, I am losing this stuff. Because that means what I should really do... Oh! What I should really do is... No, not that. I turned the jetpack off, didn't I? What I should do is come down from above so that gravity that is being induced by this platform will bring the stuff downwards. But I don't see anything worth mining here unless... Is that anything special? I have no idea. Let's just mine it nevertheless. And it rolls away, yeah. Of course, every Space Engineer fan that has been asking me to play this game is facepalming at this. They're saying, why aren't you doing such and such? And I'm like, I don't know, because I don't really know how to do any of this. I freely admit that I am terrible, but I also freely admit that I would love to know all about Space Engineers. I'm not a big fan of actually building the ships because I just, I don't have the amount of spare time that it seems to require. The space flight, obviously Kerbal Space Program is something that I have some knowledge about because it follows like the real laws of physics, so I naturally have an advantage there. But, Space Engineers, they're kind of following their own rules. And that doesn't mean I'm not born, or rather I haven't acquired an innate knowledge of how the Space Engineers universe works, because it's based on their own little universe that isn't necessarily reflective of our own. Although it does have orbital mechanics. It doesn't have orbital mechanics. It has Newtonian physics. Okay, I've apparently dug a hole in somewhere. There we go, there. Can I get out to this? Apparently I can't get through this hole. Rotate this way. It's a man-shaped hole there. Oh, look. Bit of gold sticking there. Yes. Nice. That is the way to mine this thing. I wonder if I can find some iron or uranium. Anyway, I guess what I'm supposed to do with this is not crash. Yes, let's do this. Refinery. So I go up and I press I think. And I have a bunch of iron, so let's stick that in there and stick a bit of gold in there. So once the iron is done, look, I get little iron ingots, and then I'm going to get some gold. And I've no idea what I can do with the assembler, because I don't know what we do with it just yet. Production. Oh look, we have iron ingots. We can produce steel tubes, medical components. What can we make? Construction components. It needs iron. Let's put that in there, whatever that is. And so now we are manufacturing things. That's great, huh? See, that totally makes sense. Interior plates, metal grids. They have a lot of different parts. But I guess I need to pick up some cobalt and iron and other things. Now, Space Engineers supports multiplayer. It has done so for a while now. And, that does it does let people basically fight and have fun. So there are guns and weapons, but I don't believe there are any NPCs that come along and, ruin your day. At least not yet. And if you're surviving, it is essentially surviving against against not dying, right? That's not what I meant. I mean, what I mean is survival mode is basically not about exploring or killing mobs or anything. It's simply about not suffocating. I'm digging out a hole underneath this so that when the gold stuff comes, it'll not fly away out of my sight. I don't need stone, do I? Oh, where did it go? Did I just lose a gold ingot? I saw a bit fly past. Why do you taunt me like this? There it goes. Yes, I got some gold. There's some magnesium here. Platinum. Where's this platinum? I can see it, but then I lose it. I don't quite get how this works. Maybe I just need to dig through the rock until I find it. Ah! So yeah, your suit needs energy and you need to continually harvest stuff to keep your suit working, and if you run out of energy, you die. And it's really about harvesting the contents of the universe and building cool machines to make it easier. You can, of course, just live the life of a miner and manually mine all this stuff, but if you really want to make things go fast and you want to scale things up, then you want to build... You need to build spacecraft that have mining capabilities. Okay, let's do this. This is pretty boring. Let's go back to the main menu and show some other bits and pieces. Okay, once again we have spawned in the medical room of a something or other. Let's press T to activate stuff, and well, what can we see here? It says refinery assembler. I guess D? No, that doesn't work. I? Oh yeah, there we go. We can assemble things here. We have some interior plates and stuff floating around. Okay, what do we have here? We have a back room area here with some stairs, which don't really seem to be that useful. And... warning, possible vacuum outside. Check suit seals. Oh, look, we can open that. Oh, cool! And we can climb down into this. Aha! This is, of course, the... this is supposed to be the little snub fighter on the Constellation. This is a recreation of the Constellation from Star Citizen. You know, the one that is very expensive and you can't fly, and the one that's in the commercials. Oh! And apparently I hit the G key there. Let's try and get out. Oh yes, more face palming from the people that know exactly what they're doing. Why can't I fly out of here? I'm gonna come down and then try to get out. Apparently I'm too fat. I am too fat to get through this hole. What the heck? Ah, there we go. Thank you! Perhaps it was just my head that was too big. Okay, well let's fly over the spaceship. Yeah, turn the jetpack off. We're into the main cargo area. People create all sorts of things from their favourite science fiction shows and games. I think this Constellation is actually way longer than the Constellation in Star Citizen. The ships in Star Citizen are surprisingly tiny when you look at them compared to, say, EVE Online ships or even Elite ships. Oh yeah, how do we open this? Do we get that? Oh, I know what it is. T. There, open that. Ah, look, and there we can step out into space through the door, which apparently I am unable to close. There, look, we can actually see the Constellation from the outside, including, of course, the command bay, whatever, the bridge, where the dudes can sit down together and... oh yeah, it says RSI, that's pretty cool. Oh, I'm liking this. No, I really like the way that people in Space Engineers build these epic things, because honestly, I would not have the time for it. It's great to see people really using their imagination, especially since, you know, Microsoft is buying Minecraft and you don't know what's going to happen to it. Okay, let's get over to the bridge. Oh yeah, sleeping areas here, you can chill out. I wonder if you can actually use them, or if those are a mod. I downloaded this and I think it might automatically get the mod dependencies. There's spacesuits there. A Corsica. You are a Corsica. And this is obviously a stormtrooper. Clearly that is from a mod, I hope. Otherwise they've got some copyright explaining to do. Oh look! It's an actual map that works inside the ship. That's pretty sweet. Is that a mod or is that part of the game? I don't know. UI and stuff that looks like it's been lifted directly from Star Citizen because it just looks as accurate and useful as we would get in Star Citizen. Okay, here is the constellation. We can fly this thing around. Are there asteroids? There are asteroids. Oh man, it turns very slowly. Let's try turning towards it. Oh yes. Obviously using external view here. Oh. And it turns with all the grace of an oil tanker. Come on. Gonna start flying this thing because we want to get to these asteroids. It doesn't help that the controls are not yaw inverted and I'm too lazy to go into the menu and fix that. Okay, yeah, flying off towards the asteroids. What I can do, I believe, is turn off the inertial dampeners and I'll keep moving. Now I wonder if I get out, does that mean, yeah, I'm still cruising towards it. So while my ship flies towards the asteroids, I can run around and check out other things. Can I open this? So that's the docking, that's the access port to get out. Okay, that's one interesting thing. Oh look, space coffee! Dead Tech Industries, totally safe. Space coffee, just like they have on the space station for their space breakfasts. Oh look, and there's some stairs down. And we have the rover. Excellent. I don't think they have ground physics. Like if you want ground physics, obviously the way to go is what was it? Roblox or whatever? No, Robocraft. Not Roblox. I'm making a terrible mistake confusing those two games. Yes, although they are both quite creative, and so should be encouraged. And once again, I find myself having trouble getting over through. I cannot do this. Inertial dampeners. Oh wow, inertial dampeners on is causing some trouble because... Okay, jetpack off. Okay, I could not get up those stairs. How are those asteroids? We're now 7,000 meters away. What's this? Does that let me get up to the... That let me get up to the turret maybe? Oh, yes! I like it. As soon as if I turn on inertial dampeners, then I'll stop as soon as I let go of the key. I'm inside a spaceship which is moving, and so the inertial dampeners just stop me relative to space. Okay, I'm getting rather close to these asteroids, so it's really time that I get to the bridge before we turn this into the Titanic. Jetpack off. There we go. Inertial dampeners. On or off? Are they... It says dampeners off either way. I should probably slow down. Speed 51 meters per second. Do I have any weapons? No, I do not have any weapons. Well, best I can do is set best possible speed, inertial dampeners off, and get out and just watch the mayhem from here. What happens when you're on a spaceship and you collide with an asteroid? I like the dramatic music. That is exactly the kind of thing that I want to hear. Jetpack off. Let's leave the jetpack on. No! Turn it! The inertial dampeners off. Ah! This is the best part of this game, is crashing spaceships into things. Yes! Oh! That was worthwhile. Look at that, we've completely destroyed the front of this thing. Seriously, this, you know, I could probably just crash spaceships into things and be happy with Space Engineers. As long as other people build the spaceships. Look at this, we get, oh, there's a little platform down there. Probably somebody lives here and wonders why somebody, crashed. It's the spaceship Titanic, isn't it? Oh, there's like an assembler or something here so we can build things. And what are these? These solar cells? I think these might be solar cells, but honestly, I don't know. Can you find out what an item is? Is there a way to find that out? So yeah, if I was a developer and making solar cells, I think I'd make them look like that. And there's my constellation. Good thing I have lifetime insurance on that. But anyway, Space Engineers is coming on nicely. You could probably entertain yourself for hours with just the workshop. I will probably take some more looks at it again. But until then, I'm Scott Manley. Fly safe.